Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the new snapshot of Minecraft. Well, guys, we are all very excited for this new snapshot because it is to do with the Caves and Cliffs update, something that has been requested for a very, very long time in the Minecraft world. The last one, as you can see over here, was the Nether update that introduced a whole lot of new stuff. But this one is promising to release a whole lot more stuff even than the previous one. And it's getting off to a very good start. The first thing I want to show you guys is to come over here. You can now put lava into cauldrons. It outputs a redstone signal of 1 if you do. And yeah, that's just a neat feature. We've had water in cauldrons for the longest time. Now you can have lava in cauldrons for all of you pyromaniacs out there. Also, over here, we can now waterlog rails, which means we can have quite an amazing underwater scenery while we are traveling on our railroad line. However, as you can see, it is excruciatingly slow to travel along rails underwater. So if you are going to, make sure you use powered rails just to keep things going. There we go. And we can just come in and out of the water like this on an infinite loop. Pretty cool. Alright, let's hop out here, and as it's getting to nighttime, we can come and have a look at a new block, or a new thing that we have in the game now. Candles. And yeah, these are really, really cool, guys. These are the basic candles you get, and then you can dye them all sorts of different colors. So if we come into here, we can see the crafting recipe is just a honeycomb and a string. For a dyed candle, it's just the dye and the candle. Super simple, super easy, not a problem. And you can get all the different colors. You can also group them in groups of up to 4 candles. As you can see, I've changed the various layouts of each candle here. And one very nice feature, if I quickly come in here and grab a cake, if you would like to celebrate somebody's birthday, just plonk a cake down, get a candle, and you can put a candle in a cake. Unfortunately, though, it's a tradition in my country that you have as many candles as you are old, so as you are years old. So just one candle on a cake is a little bit sad, but you can't put more than one, otherwise it just goes on top and it looks weird. But yeah, it's still pretty fun. You'll also notice that when you place it down, it is unlit. In order to light it, you need to grab a flint and steel and do that. Oh, not like that. That was a bit of lag, sorry. You do that, and that lights the candle. It also gives the cake a bit of a glowing effect, which I don't know if that's intended or not. And that drowned is getting on my nose. It's a little fox that looks like it really wants to get to that little fish down there. Good luck, buddy. Alright. Sorry if you could hear a car driving past insanely fast there as well. Okay, so over here we have one of the new ores added into the game. This zombie's really annoying me. I think what I'm just going to do for now is I'm going to come in here and turn off hostile creatures. Right, next up we have the copper ore block. Now, this is a very interesting looking ore, in that it has this sort of corroded look to it in the ore form already, which is very interesting. I don't think any other ores look like that. And also, when you mine it, it acts just like iron, where you have to smelt it in order to turn it into its ingot form. Over here, we have the new crystal blocks. Now these, as I'm sure you can hear, make beautiful tinkling sounds whenever you walk on them, which is absolutely awesome. There are 2 different variants of this block though. The standard one, over here, which is a block of amethyst. Then you have budding amethyst. Now budding amethyst will grow these little crystals on it, and this is the only way you can get these crystals. At various growth stages, when they are fully grown like this, you can then harvest it with a pickaxe, and you will get crystal shards. You then use crystal shards to make 3 of these 4 things. Let me just come around here quickly to this side to show you the different growth stages. So you want to make sure that you harvest them when they're on this stage. You can harvest them on the other stages, but you won't get the crystal shards then. You'll just be able to place them as decorations. Surrounding the crystal geodes in the ground, you will find these two new types of blocks, which are the tuff and the calcite respectively. I think they're pretty cool textured, and it would be a pity if they are as rare as they seem to be. But it's always nice to have different white and grey blocks because they can just be used in so many different building styles. So, always nice to have more variety. Okay, coming right over to here, we've got something new, and something which is actually on the top of this, and you might not have even noticed. This is the Tinted Gloss. You make this by taking a glass block and surrounding it by 4 Amethyst Shards. What does this do though, you might be wondering? Well, if we come on in here, it does not let light through, although it is still transparent. So you can have a completely dark room like this and use it as a mob spawner, but be able to see out or to see in, which is really, really awesome. Because sometimes you build a mob spawner and you don't know what's going on in there when your back is turned. So it is a really, really nice thing to have. Next up on our list over here is the bundle. This is crafted with rabbit hide and 2 string, which I think personally is a pretty strange crafting recipe, but at least it gives rabbit hide a use. But the poor bunnies, man, the poor bunnies. Okay, so what do bundles do? Well, they let you collect all the random stuff in your inventory, like this, as long as it is not greater than a stack. As soon as it gets to a full stack, then your bundle is full, and you cannot put any more stuff in it. So it's useful for the early game cleanup of your inventory, but beyond that, not really. It would be cool if things like lava buckets and water buckets that generally don't stack, or ender pearls, you could still stack them up to 64 in the bundles, but unfortunately that is not how it works. What you can do that's pretty cool though is throw the bundles. So if you want to give a gift to your friends, that's a pretty cool way of doing it. Okay, moving on, we next have this buddy over here. He is the spyglass. I almost called it a telescope, but it's called a spyglass. It takes 2 copper ingots and 1 amethyst shard. And what is cool about this is, do you see that tree over there? Well, that tree it was not a tree, it was a zombie. So yeah, guys, you can zoom in and it's really got a nice effect to it. As you can see the lens, you can watch the stars go up in the sky, see things at a distance that you couldn't see clearly before. It's a really nice way to just explore things, and if you are exploring out in the wilderness, and you want to go somewhere and spy out the land ahead of you, this will definitely be the block you use. Well, not the block, but the item that you use. Alright, and coming over to here now, if you take amethyst shards in a full square, you will get a block of amethyst, which is one of these musical sounding blocks. Now these will not only make sounds when you step on them, but if we get a snowball or any projectile, it will still make the sound. So it could be pretty cool to add an effect to a musical instrument when you are making songs in Minecraft. Don't know how effective it would be, but could be useful. Next we come on to copper, which is a very, very unique block in Minecraft, in that it actually shows the effects of time in your world. When you first place down your first copper block, which is formed by putting copper ingot in a square of 9 like this, you will get a block like this. Leave it in your world for long enough, which I believe is 80 in-game days, but don't quote me on that, and it will start to weather. It will go into this stage, then into this stage, and finally it will go into the final stage, which is this one over here, which is really cool. For those of you that are wondering why the Statue of Liberty is this color, that is why. So yeah, also we have this block, which is waxed cut copper. Now why does it say waxed? Well, the game has a very interesting thing that you can add honeycomb to the semi-weathered or whatever stage of the copper you like, except of course the final stage, because it will just stay that way anyway, and it will permanently stay at that stage, which I think is just a fabulous, fabulous thing. But yes, cut copper blocks are made by taking 4 of the blocks, and you will get 4 of the cut blocks. Just adds a different texture, which is pretty cool. Then of course you have the stairs and the slabs, which is always very welcome to see. One final thing to go over in this little... Oh no, sorry, two final things to go over. Okay, there's been added a way for shulkers to reproduce now. So if we quickly go into survival here and try and get them to hit each other, which they did there, but unfortunately it didn't work. Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but a little shulker shot off from there. It's inside the glass, and I better go over water before I get completely killed. Alright guys, so yeah, now that I'm in creative mode and I'm safe, if I come in my little room over here, we've got a shulker, and this happened because this shulker's projectile, or that one's, hit one of the other shulkers, and whenever that happens there is a chance that they will spawn out a new shulker, which is a really cool feature. Another one to have a look at over here is the lightning rod, and this is made by 3 copper ingots. So whenever you place a lightning rod, it protects a space of 60 blocks, I believe it is, from lightning strikes during thunderstorms, so the thunder will always strike on the lightning rod. I think this is a pretty cool way to make charged creeper farms, where you can then use the charged creeper to get mob heads from the other mobs in the game. Very cool features indeed. Okay guys, so I just had to go into spectator so I can show you how these Amethyst Geodes naturally generate. So over here we have one of the Amethyst Geodes, and you can see that the crystals do give off, the amethyst crystals do give off a slight amount of light, which makes them quite nice to find. Also you can see the calcite and the other block right there that completely surround the Amethyst Geode. One thing to note, do not mine the budding blocks because they will just break and you will not be able to pick them up and they will not form more crystals. You can mine any other block around here, but just not the budding ones. It is one of the few blocks in the game where you actually need to travel to it to activate it or to use it, and I think that is a really cool thing actually. A lot of people seem to be complaining about it, but I personally think it's a really cool feature that it encourages exploration, and Minecraft definitely needs more things that do. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little overview of the new features that have been added to the game. What are your thoughts on the Caves and Cliffs update? Or what are the things that you are most excited for? Personally, I'm excited for the more realistic mountains that are going to be coming into the game soon. I think that's going to be really awesome. But anyways, as always, my name is Amethyst. If you guys enjoy this type of content, please let me know. I've been putting out some Let's Play videos on the game called Gris that my friend, or Grease, I'm not too sure how to pronounce it still, that my friend gave to me, and I'm absolutely loving every moment of it. Tons of fun, very artistic game. Definitely give it a check out. And also, I'm making my own game called Spriters Hope's Blooming Dawn. And I am putting out regular weekly devlogs on it. So if you guys are interested in game development or in RPGs, definitely check that out. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. As always, my name is Amethyst. Good night, God bless, bye for now.